Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor. Good evening. How you doing?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Did you get your medicine rolled up?
I'm still trying to figure that out right now.
What do you use, blunt wraps or you use backwoods?
Oh no, I do raw cones. So raw paper.
Oh shoot, the new age joint.
Yeah.
Joint paper. See, I just rather just like do the blunt wrap or I use a cigar because I guess I'm old school. 'Cause I grew up on Phillies, Dutch
Mm-hmm.
Masters, and then and then if I ain't have enough, Swisher Sweets.
Yep, I
Which
did the
one do
whole
you?
Dutch master thing. And then I guess it was Dutch masters for a really long time until I switched to papers, I guess.
Yeah, I remember they had the optimals. Them shits is alright. They're alright. Because you all had that person that thought they was a killer blunt roller, so they want to bring the backwoods. And I could never
Mm-hmm.
fuck with backwoods. I could never roll that shit with backwoods. I don't see how they do it.
I
I
can
think you
do
got to be
backwoods. I feel like it just takes up way too much weed though. Like you gotta put a lot of weed in there just for you to be able to
yeah.
smoke a backwood.
I'm like I don't want to go buy mileage today.
Yeah, you can be rolling up a whole 3.5 fucking around with a backwood.
I'm gonna tell you how stupid we used to be back in the day. My man used to roll up. This is no lie. A half of an ounce blunt, and that blunt was long as shit.
How
And
long does it take to smoke that? Come on.
a minute, like put it this way, it's like it took about 2 days because it was. I think it was about five. We talking about White Owl. No, it was Dutch. He did Dutch Masters. It was
Mm-hmm.
5 Dutch Masters,
That's
and
crazy.
he rolled it. I was sitting there like, I had to give it to him because he's the kind of dude that he could actually roll while driving. So
He's a professional.
yeah, he told me how to. Yeah, I was sitting there looking at him like, dude, are you rolling the blunt while you driving at 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour? He was like, hey, bro, we tried to smoke. I was like, oh my goodness, yo. But
that, that is
they're just
hilarious.
the fun days when you was a young smoker.
Yeah,
Cause
these young smokers got some. They don't really know real smoking. They do all this extracurricular mixes and all these different kinds of rolls, and they want to dip it in honey, and they want to roll it in keef, and they want to put a little bit of wax in it. And I'm like, well, how high do you really want to be?
yeah, I did hash, not with the weed. I did hash with the weed, but we talking about hash by itself.
Mm-hmm.
I was never that high ever, and I'm talking about hydro when hydro was just coming out. Man, it hash by itself, shit. It don't even take much. It don't even take much hash.
Not at all. You take that little bit of a pinky and put that thing up in your bong, you be high for hours.
Oh, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. So shoot, let me do these particulars so we can get this thing on the road, okay, baby girl?
Let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile today. You can start podcasting, you can monetize it, and get distributed. And all this is for free. So go to anchor.fm or download the app on your phone. I'm your host, Kavanaugh Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find my porn links. Find my music links as well as my social media links, all with one link. I'm talking about all my links.com/porn rap star. Also, we are sponsored by the Facebook of the LS community. I can't rave about them enough. I'm talking about lsworld.com. Go there today, get yourself a profile, and either continue your journey or start your journey or make your journey more kinkier while you're over there. Also, we're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. I'm talking about multiple podcasts. Give me the black. Also, while you didn't get some shopping done from over 500 black-owned retailers. So go to shopgwdistrict.com. Buy black, support black businesses so we can build the black economy so we can create generational wealth. And you also know, people, that every Monday night smoke on K97 FM, the radio station for porn, you get to listen to me and one of these sexy smoke buddies chop it up for an hour or two on the radio. I'm talking about 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at K97FM.com. Tune in and catch this smoke. And for you people that's hearing this, go on over for $4.99 a month. You can get extra content, special smokes, and starting January 1st, the bonus smoke Friday is going to be subscription based only. So I'm talking about you're getting 3 episodes a week until January 1st, plus another 3 to 4 episodes extra for $4.99. And we're talking about weekly, not monthly, weekly. So go ahead and subscribe today and get that premium smoke. Now, with all that being said, I'm going to shut up and let this sexy smoke buddy introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. This is the lovely Quincy Roee. I am greatly appreciated to be here again.
Oh, yes. We had to bring her back, people. And go over to Patreon. I'm just advertising everything today. Go over to Patreon and either become a seasoned smoker or a pure pothead to hear her full interview where she gives you the best verbal description of a blowjob you will ever hear in the history of podcasting alone. You would listen to it over and over again with a cigarette and your dick in your hand, I guarantee you.
Yes.
Most definitely. So, I saw you went to Miami. The Exxxotica in Miami. How was it? Please do tell.
I had a blast in Miami. I was there from Thursday to Monday. I left Monday morning. So I wanted to make sure I settled myself in, before all of the drama and all of the people and all of the everything started. So I wanted to get there a day early just so I can wrap my mind around just getting my mind together for business. But I had a really great time. I did a lot of networking. I spoke to a lot of people that I only speak to on the internet, most likely, and met a lot of new faces. Got a couple of new opportunities.
That's good.
I actually had a really great time, especially for me not really going with any representation with me. I turned up. I had a great time. I did business, and I got out of there.
Yeah, because the interesting part about the guy had this conversation with somebody before. When does a girl need representation? Because in this business, it don't seem like you really need it because half the time the producers want to talk to the girls anyway. They don't really want to deal with a manager or a representation per se.
To be honest, I really think it's situational based. I feel like it depends on the creator and what they're comfortable with. With me, I it seems as though I'm really, okay with talking and meeting people and doing all that. But to be honest, it really gives me anxiety. So sometimes I think or I feel like this job that I do, I didn't really think about meeting people face to face and being out there and putting myself out there as far as socially I never really gave any of that thought. So with
Mm-hmm.
me kind of like just diving into it now, I feel like it's just easier for me to have representation so I don't have to stress as much.
Mm-hmm.
So I can have a direct person for people to contact if they need anything, um rather than them completely getting in touch with me. I prefer it that way rather than me doing everything myself, because it becomes a little overwhelming when you don't have representation or someone helping you with this aspect of you doing everything on your own.
Yeah. Because to me, I always tell girls, you get it when you need it. If you're
Right.
getting so many bookings that you can't handle to keep up with it, that's when it's time to get a manager or a
Mm-hmm.
publicist or a personal assistant or what have you. A lot of times people jump the gun, like joining a agency or grabbing a manager, and a lot of times the manager don't is not that versed or real or have cachet in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because I think
Yeah.
that's the main thing is anybody that you deal with, if they got to have cachet in the field that you're dealing with them in.
Absolutely, because you don't want to start giving someone 20% of your money and they can't even bring you in 20% of more money. Like, you
Yeah,
want to make sure that the person that you choose to represent you is definitely going to make you more money than you can make on your own so that they can get their piece. Because there's no point of paying a manager 20% if they aren't giving you 20% of work
yeah. Because
or
people gotta
more.
remember, the manager works for you. He don't get paid unless you do.
Exactly.
And if you get yourself more work than your manager, why do you need your manager?
Exactly. Exactly. I say the same thing. But Miami was a great time. I realized though, while I was in Miami, everyone kind of had some piece of representation. If they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have representation, they at least had someone with them that could take pictures, hold their
Mm-hmm.
flyers, um, someone that could act as doing manager and assistant duties
Yeah.
while they were there. And I was kind of missing that, especially with the first
Mm-hmm.
day. Everyone had somebody following them around with a camera, making sure they got everything, all the footage that they could get within
Mm-hmm.
that Miami trip. And I just made that a mental note for the next for the next Exxxotica in New Jersey. Make sure you
Mm-hmm.
have somebody following you around and helping you out while you're doing everything, because
Yeah.
it's overwhelming. You got to walk around the hills 4 or 5 hours in a
Yeah.
convention. You want to make sure that you have your business cards or whatever to pass out. You taking pictures. You want to make sure you're prepared. And I don't think that I was prepared, but at the same time, I got a lot of things done, and I mentally checked off the things that I wasn't prepared for to prepare myself for the next following convention.
Yeah, because the fans love to see you walking around there with the pasties, changing outfits, the behind the
Hmm.
scene, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
that's a selling point. Because a lot of fans don't get to go to Exotica and they get to experience it through your eyes. Period.
Hmm.
Even if girls are smart, they can take the clean parts and put it on YouTube. But you have to do a
Yeah.
lot of editing, probably.
Well, that's what a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people. That's why a lot of people were walking around in Exotica with cameramen and videographers for that
Yeah,
purpose, so that they could. Because I mean, when you go to the convention, it's very. I don't want to say PG-13. I would say more like
already.
rated R,
Yeah,
but it's not rated X. So I mean, you
yeah,
can't really be as explicit, but you can be slightly explicit enough for you to be able to post it on sites where people should be able to find you.
yeah.
So I think that is a wonderful, great idea.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, what shoots did you do that weekend? 'Cause I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
Who'd
Okay,
you work?
so I had the lovely pleasure of working with Mrs. Sara Lace. Um,
Okay.
she does a little bit of mainstream. She mostly does her own independent work. She's an
Mm-hmm.
amazing person in person. Like, how like when you see a social media presence of a person, you be like, I don't know how they're gonna be in person.
Yeah.
I hope that they're gonna be as sweet and as nice as they are on social
Mm-hmm.
media, and she definitely was.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to do a girl on girl scene.
Ooh.
And I guess you could say I stepped outside of my comfort zone by um by agreeing with her to do a strap-on scene with me
Mm.
strapping on her. And that was my
Ooh.
first time ever doing that. So um I'm
Okay.
looking forward to putting that on my OnlyFans. I think I should be putting that on there this week,
So how did you
actually.
approach your first strap-on scene?
Say that again.
How did you approach your first strap-on scene?
I was very nervous. I'm not even gonna lie, like I did not know what it felt like to carry a penis. And for the first time, I was very fucking
It
intrigued
feels
because
powerful, doesn't it?
yeah, like I just put the thing on, and she had her partner with her, and he's an amazing guy as
His
well.
name
Like
was
he
Ace Kush, right? Ace
said
Kush,
it.
because his name Ace Kush.
Yes, Ace Kush. He is
Yeah, yeah,
amazing guy. He made me feel really comfortable about it. He helped me put the strap on, and he pulled down his pants, and we were throwing the dicks in around in the air.
yeah.
He was trying to teach me a little bit of stroke game before we started. We took a couple shots, just to loosen up.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, we got to it. It was fun. I jumped right into it. I told them that I was a little nervous, but after I got the nervousness out, the scene was amazing. We had a great
You were
time.
pulling hair, slapping ass.
I was doing a little
Did
bit of slapping ass, sucking on a little bit of toes, eating a lot of ass and vagina. I was doing a lot of things. It brought the dominance out of me. Having that dick brought the dominance out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've never went that hard on another woman before, and
mm-hmm.
it was a different beast that came up out of me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I haven't even watched the scene yet. I had my partner edit it because I was so nervous to watch it. I said, I don't really think I want to watch myself fuck another girl with a strap, but I had a great time doing it.
Yeah.
One thing I can say is I am very happy that the Lord did not decide to give me a dick.
Duh.
It is the hardest work I've ever had to do in my life. Like it
Y'all hearing this first from a woman, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, I praise any man that knows what he's doing in the bedroom with that penis, because it is hard work to have a penis. It is very, very hard. Like my body was so sore,
Mm-hmm.
and my
Yeah.
my calf muscles were so tight,
Mm-hmm.
and my thighs were burning so bad. I said, no, I don't want to ever do this again. It was fun, and then on top of that, like at least you guys get feeling from it.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting any feeling from this. This is just labor. This is hard work.
Listen, see, this conversation can go on so many different levels, but we gonna keep it right here because, yeah, as you can see, that it's because when you think about it, there's no pop shot in a strap on scene.
At all.
There's no pop shot in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Period. So it's kind of like you have to figure out how to continue to make this shit interesting with not a real ending.
Exactly. And I mean, she did a lot of squirting and things like that.
Mm.
So we made it interesting. We kept it spicy. We kept it
I'm pretty
sexy.
sure y'all did because I
And
seen
I
her work.
can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay.
Yeah, because you've been doing major stuff. I've been following her. I
Mhm.
think she's from down here in Jacksonville for what I remember that they had moved. And like her and H been they've been beasting. I've been seeing them on a lot of shit and stuff like that. So who else did you work with?
I also had the pleasure of working with Mr. Dante Diggs. He's
Okay.
a new talent. I believe Mrs. Go Go Fukme introduced this young man into the industry, and I,
Yeah,
I thank
he's
her much.
official.
I
He's
thank her
official.
so much because he's an amazing talent.
Mhm,
He did his job. We did our little thing. We did a girl on guy scene. We did like
mhm,
straight bono. So, we went kind of like straight into the, touching, rubbing, and fucking. It
mhm.
turned out to be a really great scene. He has already released it and promoting
Mhm.
it, and I'll be posting that one this week on all of my platforms as
Now,
well.
did he survive did he survive the head,
He did survive the head. He definitely did survive
or
the
did you
head.
hold back a little bit?
Um Did I hold back? I don't feel like I did. I felt like, I felt like we had great sexual chemistry. So I think everything
Yeah.
just flowed, the way that it was supposed to. Um, and, I had a great time. I just regret the fact that I decided to do that shoot early in the morning. It was like 9 a.m. And I
Mm-hmm.
decided to go to an after party Friday night.
Oh God.
And I was there till 5 in the morning. So I really didn't get too much sleep before I got my scene with Dante, but we knocked it out. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great time. And then right after that, I had a photo shoot with the guy that recorded the scene for us. So that was great. And the last person that I shot with was Mr. Habib himself, the Habib Show.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
he paired me up with talent. His name is Dirty Drizzy. He reminds me of Drake. He's a cheddar bait creator.
Okay.
Uh, he sounds just like Drake. He had like Drake mannerisms. It was a little
Oh,
weird because I'm like, this is
am I
really
fucking
like
or
Drake's
am I
like
fucking
double. But we had a great time. Habib always know what he's doing. He knows how to make a person feel comfortable, and vibe was great. That shoot was pretty dope. I believe he's releasing that scene this week. He hit me up. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And for the rest of the time that I was in Exxxotica, I was working Pressure the Entertainer. He had his own booth and table. So I hung out with him and his entourage for a little bit. Yeah. And I did a lot of networking and uh a lot of situations. But I got some tea. There was a lot of tea
Okay.
going on. I got some tea for you.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Well, since you got tea, I go get the. I pull up my cup and let's sip. What you got for me? What we
All
talking about?
right. So with this Miami Exxxotica, boy, oh boy, it was a doozy. And what I mean by that is, first of all, I realized with just Miami of kind of how New Jersey is going to be. So there wasn't a
Uh-huh.
lot of people that came out for Miami as far as porn stars, but
Uh-huh.
I swear, the OnlyFans content creators took
Yeah, I
it
saw it.
over, honey.
Yeah, I saw Miss B Nasty was in the building. I said,
Hmm.
really?
Mrs. B Nasty, all her orgy friends was there. I definitely went over to that booth and said hello to them. But it's just like it was all about the independent content creators that came out to Miami this year. And
Mm-hmm.
it made me feel good because it just lets me know that this industry is changing and it's not necessarily about the mainstream porn stars anymore. It's like a lot of people
Yeah.
want to come out and just see the people that do independent creating.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's kind of washing out. So that
Mm-hmm.
was great to see. But since the content creators took over, they showed their asses.
Ooh.
There was a lot of
Ooh.
altercations and problems. You know, um, a lot of people wanted to hang out with me, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to hang out with them because of who they was hanging out with, and there was people that wanted to hang out with me, but they didn't want to hang out with me because of who I was hanging out with. So it was if you was there, it was very, very clubhouse oriented. And what I mean by
Uh-huh.
that, it was just like a lot of drama that was going on. Now I wasn't involved in any of it, of course, because
Mm-hmm.
I know how to keep myself as being a business lady. But
Mm-hmm.
I
Won't nobody
definitely was
fighting.
looking at everything that was going on. And
Won't no arguments going on. The fighting was it?
um now I heard that there was a fight actually. Someone told me that wasn't even there that it was a fight. But of course, like I said, I'm a businesswoman.
Yeah.
The thing had nothing to do with business. It didn't make sense to me. I
Yeah.
was not partaking in it, but there were a few fights.
Mm.
There were a few altercations with some of the more mainstreamer content creators rather than the small time kids.
Damn.
Um, but yeah, I was invited
See,
to a lot of exclusive
see,
parties.
see. What I
Um,
think happened is that we had a situation of pissing on the grass, and
mm,
and I talked about this before. I said because porn becoming normalized to watch,
mhm,
which eventually will make it at some point normalized for people to get into. When you bring in these content creators from OnlyFans, it brings in a different element that was normally would be at a Exotica.
mhm,
Exotica, the people that had the booth, these was industry professionals. The OnlyFans are not professional because they wasn't groomed to come in the game. They wasn't built to be brought to the game. Because, like, for example, we use you as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot like Hollywood. Regardless of whether it's reality or whatever you might want to call it, you shoot like Hollywood. What I mean, lights, cameraman, you take pictures,
Yeah,
you do stills. You feel what I'm coming from? Even though
I
you may
feel
not do every 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Okay, every 5 minutes switch. Y'all do, the only thing amateurish you do is just the way you go about the movement of the scene.
right.
Because y'all don't start, y'all control the stop and start. You feel what I'm coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like I felt like everybody got what they were supposed to get out of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like a lot of people were acting really, really Hollywood. Like people that I talk to on a regular basis on social media, I feel like wasn't who they were in person.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody, kind of put on a persona, kind of had like a little bouginess up in them. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people just acting real bougie in Hollywood, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's the type of time we on when we, out in public.
And
So,
see, it's crazy when they act bougie to their own. I get it to the fans.
mhm.
But if me and you, motherfucker, we on the same site, motherfucker. What you talking?
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. I mean, because I'm just real down to earth. I'm willing to hang out and chill with anybody as long as it has, some positivity or some money making or something that comes
Mm-hmm.
with it. I'm just not going to hang out just to hang out, and I feel like that's what kind of like really sets me apart from the other people, because I feel like everyone wanted to shoot with me when they saw that I was there, but my biggest
Yeah.
problem is everyone knew that I was going to be there. I've been advertising it for weeks that I was going to be there. I put it in my bio that I was going to be there. I put it on my social medias that I was going to be there. And you guys wait until the day that I get there, or after you saw me at the convention, like, hey, let's link up to shoot. And I
Mm-hmm.
realized a lot of people just was being nasty. Like, I understand, about the whole getting talent tested thing,
Yeah.
and, you having to be tested when you shoot. But my problem is there were people that were there that were shooting like 8 scenes on one test. And that's not really what I'm into. Like, I had all of my scenes scheduled before I even landed. Everything, I had a full itinerary schedule of everything that I was going to do before I even landed. And I did not steer that itinerary at all for anyone. But I had people that were very popular that wanted to shoot with me while I was there. But I'm like, well, where were you when I was trying to find people to shoot with ahead of time and scheduling it and doing this and doing that? But on top of that, not only
Yeah.
knowing that, he had 6 shoots, he shot with 6 different companies while he here, and now he still wants to shoot his
Uh,
own personal scene with me, and I'm
mm,
not okay with that being number 7 that you've poked. I don't know what any of
mm.
these other young ladies that you shot with
See,
do,
yeah.
do.
Because to me, even though when I went to the Exxxotica, I knew that you had to book multiple shoots, especially for a guy, because you got to try to overbook because shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Guys have guys is gonna get flaked on more 9 times out of 10 than that women will be that weekend anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason why I prefer to work with girls outside of the convention, because one, just what you just said, I don't want to be the fourth dude and you done got your ass plowed for 3 days. And let's make this clear. Everybody pussy don't bounce back. Everybody don't bounce back. And some dicks you might take ain't gonna let you bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an old saying, they say pussy is pussy, dick just ain't dick. The reason why they say that, because you got different size dick, different shapes of dick, or what have you. Not every woman's canal can handle some of these dicks, especially if you're dealing with a straight dude. Because
Mm-hmm.
straight dudes sometimes don't hit the spot. Curved dudes do, but that's a total another conversation for another day. But yeah, you because it ain't like you shoot with one guy the whole time. You shoot with 3 to 4 different guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes same time. That's a lot of different dicks going into pussy, thus can wear it out.
Yep. And then on top of that, you also put yourself in danger of if you do catch something, not knowing where it came from because you put
Yeah, and
yourself
you
in a
passing
position
it.
where you shot too many shoots. So for me, I
Yeah.
always limit myself. I tell people all the time I have a 2 dick maximum, and I'll do a girl on girl scene. Now, if anybody
Mm-hmm.
want to do any other scenes outside of that, we will not be swapping any type of fluids. Meaning, we could do a foot scene, we can do
Mm-hmm.
a titties fucking scene, something like that. But you won't be putting your mouth on me, and I won't be putting my mouth on you, or we ain't putting nothing inside of pretty much of anything, because
Mm-hmm.
I still shoot fetish content. And
Mm-hmm.
some guys really turn that down because they're like, "Oh, that's not going to do anything for me," and I put them on my never shoot again
Oh,
list, just because of
oh
the
no!
simple
I'm
fact
telling you
that
what's funny. The dumbest thing.
Mhm.
Do a milking. All dude gotta do is let there and let her jerk him off. Why? We have a gay fan base, you dumb fucks. They will buy that shit.
Yep. But one thing, a lot of what I think, like a lot of guys in this industry is very small minded to the point where they're not
No, they
looking
want to fuck.
to,
They want to
they
fuck.
just want to fuck.
They want
Exactly.
to. They just want to fuck. They just keep it
They don't
real.
want to find different ways of making money, because you got to understand, if you got a girl, if you've never done foot jobs before, and you got a girl with pretty feet willing to do a foot job with you, you don't even understand that you just opened yourself up to a whole new audience
Yeah,
that you
because
can
see,
make more money off of. All you worrying about is just getting your dick wet and you fucking on some vagina. And at that point, you're not worried about money. You worried about
mhm,
fucking. So now you on my do not work with list.
mhm. And see dudes like that. This is the way of getting pussy. They can't get it outside of the porn business.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of these guys can get pussy outside of the porn business, but I feel like the problem is they don't want to work for it. Like, you understand, like a lot of people say, like, or a lot of men, since I do have 5 brothers and I pretty much only hang around a lot of guys for the most part,
Uh,
they all say, like, they really got to work a little hard to get vagina, and they don't be wanting to work that hard. So a lot of them still
mm-hmm.
participate in sex work, and don't mind paying a woman just so he
Yeah.
can get the way he need to go.
Wait. You know what? You know why that is, right? You know why
um
that is,
I
right?
just feel like sometimes
Where,
it's just easier without the headache.
see, where you can get dick when they want it, men can get pussy when it's available. That's why I tell any female, if a dude say how many girls he had sex with, subtract that by 3. because no, seriously, a woman, there's not a woman. I don't care if she ugly or pretty. She know 10 dudes that she can call and she can get dick from. She can get dick from. It may not be that
Well,
night, but
absolutely.
dudes, no, no.
Well,
We
it
know
really
10
depends on the guy, because I've dealt with a few guys that have pussy disposed at their hands because
dudes.
of who they are, or because of their dick size, or just because of,
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't really exactly put my finger on it, but I have a few guys that are in my lifetime that girls be drooling at these niggas' feet. I mean, doing anything and everything to get a piece. So I don't
Like,
know.
I, like I would
It
tell you
can
what it
teeter
is.
sometimes for certain guys.
It's these 3 factors. He has good dick, he
Mhm.
probably eats it,
Mhm.
and he caters to it. There you go.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Yeah. See
I can agree to that.
we had this conversation like if you can go in a man's house, how you tell if he's a woman magnet or not. I said go look in his bathroom. Bathroom fucking spotless. Dude, he getting pussy.
Yeah, it was funny that you say that, because I just came across a TikTok the other day with this
Uh,
girl saying how she got the ultimate, what was it? She said she got the ultimate hobo pack in her house.
mhm, mhm,
And what she meant by that is saying that if there's a guy that is not used to a clean house or a clean smelling
yeah.
house, cooked food, stocked refrigerator, all of the streaming networks you could find. You got a nice
Mhm.
PlayStation or Xbox. Oh, he's staying, sis. He not going nowhere. It's like, now we kind of have to think of ourselves as ladies, like, we might have to start living a little bit trifling, just so these niggas don't want to stay. Don't keep your
Yeah.
refrigerator stacked. Just let him come over and hit it and send him on
And
about
see,
his
that's the
way.
other thing
Because when
I
you
said
have too much going on in your house and for him to relax and feel comfortable, he start to feel a little bit too comfortable.
No, it was funny. I said that. I said, look, you want to have, if a woman got got men, and a girl said, how? Go to the refrigerator. If she got a rack of ribs and she lived it by her goddamn self, she got one or two dudes, or definitely a dude.
Not a
That's all
rack
you
of
got.
ribs.
Rack of rib steak. What the fuck you eating steak for? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Look.
certain food that damn good well that no, you cooking that because that you fucking something. You got a dude. It's a dude coming over and you servicing. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's just funny because I know that when females go over dude's house, and I know when we go over female house, we look at certain shit just to see.
Yep. Oh, I'm nosy. I'm going to your bathroom saying I gotta go to your bathroom just so I can look through your shit. I want to see what you got going on. You never know what you're dealing with. You fuck around going that man medicine cabinet and he's on Ritalin and 3 other anxiety drugs, and he might be crazy. You gotta check things out, since you can't go over that man's house without looking through his drug cabinet. I want to see, and I feel like that's how I really get to know who you are, is when I see where you keep your pill bottles and stuff is, after I start to examine what you putting inside of your body. Now, if I know you taking anxiety medicine, I might want to think twice.
Like, oh no. What's wrong? My mother called. She's sick. I gotta go. What?
I'm just
But that's fine.
saying.
Hey, I got a wrong drive. I gotta go. No, because like I said, it's always the one side. I think a lot of times, you know who you dealing with when you meet them. It's just whether or not you want to accept it for who it is. Just like I always say this, a lot of times dudes want to be in an open relationship. They just ain't got the balls to really say it.
That part.
And the other part of it is they want to be open to it. They're open.
They want to be as open as they want to be.
Yeah, because see, because 9 out of 10, what men are the main one to cheat. Women, of course, women do cheat. Let's keep it real. They do. You know what I'm saying? Hard to catch them 9 out of 10 because they want to get caught. Just to alert you that you about to be replaced, but that's a story for another day. And like I was saying, is with dudes, they want to play the field, but they want to have the girl at home. And it's kind of crazy that if the girl probably was down with it, it wouldn't be an issue. It's just he share her with some dick, So I find it interesting. It's kind of like we're now in a day and age where a lot of men are bisexual. We're in a day and age swinging threesomes, unicorns. You still have dudes that sit here and try to we try to pretend to be a monogamous physically. He might be monogamous mentally, meaning he ain't gonna leave her, but not monogamous. And then at the end of the day, it'll be funny as hell that after him and the girl break up, she become a swinger. There you go.
I mean, look, I've seen it happen firsthand, just because currently I am in an open poly relationship. My partner and I have been together for 9 years now. And we've been through it, where it comes like, at first, I only wanted to deal with him, and then as he started to grow in his relationships outside of me in his relationship, I realized that me just having him just wasn't enough, because he's explored other options, with other women. And we had to, I feel like with a poly relationship, you always have to sit down and like go over things, or like reiterate things, or just bring it up again, just to see if anything changes, because you just never know, as far as you might feel like you just want to be with that one person, and then as time go on, you realize that you would like to expand your side of things. and everything is a open communication for the most part. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, my man also went through that when I was brought to him that, I was interested in possibly having another male partner outside of the relationship that we have. And at first he was a little,
I'll
what
go
you
that.
mean? I'm not enough, and I had to like reiterate it back to him, is like, but this is the same situation that you're in. Like, I don't like it to be a double standard in a poly
Mm,
relationship. I
yeah.
feel like if you have the ability to go out and date other people, I should have the ability to go out and date other people too, and there shouldn't be a stipulation on who that person is, because I don't feel like I'm necessarily putting a
Yeah,
stipulation
because
on who you decide to date.
I remember someone that we was friends with back in the day. They had it all intents and purposes of poly.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying that they had the dudes, the do's and don'ts, the people that it was cool to do it with, and the people that it wasn't cool with.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, that's a slippery slope. I had a conversation. I said, they're gonna be a slippery slope. I'm like, why? Because what if he really want to do that person? Y'all in
Mm-hmm.
a open relationship, open marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it has to be? If anything, you don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. You went and saw, okay, then, okay, have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period. But because when you do that, what ends up happening, the worst thing you do it is, okay, it's like this. If you tell me no, it turns them on. Because why is it that she don't want me to fuck her? It's she want me to fuck everybody else, but not her. What is it? So
Mm.
it gives you the curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you giving no boundaries. This how I do thinking. Wait a second. But if I fuck her though, she might get mad.
Yeah.
You gonna be extra more hesitant. No, wait a second though.
But jealousy happens. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it enough. Jealousy happens. There's been times in my relationship where I've been jealous, where I be telling my nigga, like, look, out of this poly relationship that we've been in, him and I has been together the longest. But I be in my feelings sometimes when I feel like he's spending a little bit of time with one of them and I'm not getting enough time. You feel me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you just was with her all week. You gonna be with her all next week too? Like, what about the rest of us? Like, and it's like, and sometimes all it is a conversation to say, hey, you have to be more mindful that because you
Mm-hmm.
are in a relationship with more than one woman, that you have to split your time up accordingly, because due to the fact that you have more than one woman. It's just like a reminder thing, like, oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
getting jealous because he's spending a lot more time with her,
And
but
see,
now you have to talk to him and bring him back, like, hey, I understand that you're having fun over there, but I'm still here. Like,
but I'm gonna ask you this though: which is harder, juggling for the man to juggle two women, or the woman juggling two men?
um, to be honest, I really feel like it's very, very difficult for women to juggle two men. I've tried it.
Mm.
I haven't completely been as successful as I would like to be in it,
Mm-hmm.
but
She
I
said,
just realized
I,
every time I try to get a guy outside of the relationship that I'm in, it never works. Period.
well, I mean, after you probably gave him that head, he was thinking wifey, but
I mean, but I can say that is one of the reasons why I didn't work with one of the guys, is because of the fact that he wanted me exclusively and he couldn't
Mhm.
have me exclusively. Like, he was upset that he had to share me, but I had to let him know, like, I'm not gonna leave the relationship that I have. I'm looking for add-ons. I'm not looking to
Mhm.
leave my man for you. So I had to end up cutting him off because I'm like, this is not the relationship that I was looking for. And he was getting all sad and shit. And I'm like, yeah, this can't work out.
Oh God! So like, this is an entanglement that needs to end today.
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to make a person feel like I'm putting a gun to their head or I'm making them be in this relationship. Like, I
Mhm.
want you to genuinely want to be in it, and
Mhm.
but I want you to genuinely be in it with the stipulations that comes with it. Like, you already knew what it was when you met me, because I'm completely straight up and straightforward about the relationship that I'm in, what I'm practicing, how I practice
Uh,
it. So anybody that meet me, when they meet me, they know that I already have a man. And if you want to get to know me on that type of level, you have to be understanding that that situation isn't going to change. Worry about yourself. A lot of people don't know how to worry about themselves. They so worried about another person that you're dealing with rather than worrying about themselves and just building the relationship that
To a lot
they
of
want to
people,
have with you.
some people take it as a challenge to try to change the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, period. That's the other part of that. Because it's kind of like, okay, if she giving me this attention, imagine if I was the only one getting this attention. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like any man or woman that come into this got to have a certain type of maturity. And to me, it's also had to be equally yoked that they got to have something at home. And the reason why, because then you're not going to overstep the boundary because you got something to lose just as much as the next person.
Right. So you feel like it's just automatically balanced. And I feel like that
Yeah.
could possibly be my problem. Is the simple fact that when I am dating outside of my poly relationship, I feel like the guys that I'm dating, they don't have other people. They don't have a significant other on their end. So when I'm not there, they're just missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Or so they feel.
Yeah, because if I got some pussy over here, I ain't worried about the pussy over there. Until I'm ready to go get the pussy over there.
Right, that kind of makes sense because I mean, that was kind of my thought pattern with with me having more than one man. Like, he busy. What I'm gonna do?
Yeah,
Am I just gonna
yeah,
sit around here and just wait on him, or am I gonna go out there and get mine as well?
yeah. Because it's kind of like just funny to me. Like I always say with the one of the rules with threesome, your woman better be by for it to work properly. Because if she ain't,
Absolutely.
it's gonna
That would be.
be issues
Let me tell
after.
you, two straight women and one straight man in a threesome is a tragedy. Okay, it's a
A
tragedy. It's
hard
gonna crash
sale,
and
a
burn like
hard
the
sale. That
Titanic.
motherfucker. Or in the words of my man Jim Cornette, terrible booking. Terrible booking.
Completely.
Because like I said, is because even with when I look at like the people that do the polygamy, dude, you trying to please two women. One, the key to me to any relationship is how you deal with your mate's changes. And women
Hmm.
change more than men. And he's dealing with two. God bless him.
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
I would never be able to understand. I mean, I understand two women, but when you have more than that, which my man does, it gets me the little wondering of where do you have the time to do all of this? But you know what? As long as I'm taken care of,
mm,
and as long as me and him good, what he do outside of the relationship, I don't
mm,
care as long as he's doing it safe. Like I get to the point where I don't even stress myself out about it because I realize that he can put more on his plate than I am willing to put on mine.
yeah.
And I don't put his situations on my plate.
And see, sometimes in this situation, if you give the man leeway, he gonna do right by it.
Hmm.
Because if you give me that green light, I ain't gonna fuck it up. Hell
But there's
no.
so many people that do. And I can tell you my man has fucked up before,
Okay, then how do you fuck up?
just not communicating. Not
Basically, not telling
communicating
you, or
to the
not
point
telling
where you're doing something and you're not communicating it to the women that you're dealing with, and that's a problem.
you. Okay.
Mostly it's about the communication. Like I don't like to be left out in the blind because at the end of the day, I am a bisexual woman. So if you fucking on something, I want to know what's going on because maybe I want to too. Like maybe I want to join in on the activities that you got going on with Miss Thickums over there. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you didn't give. I feel like at this point you being selfish and you didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to share. And we all share over here. So what the fuck is your problem? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, give
yeah.
me the option. Like, you didn't even holler at me or nothing. And I feel like that's a problem because it's like, it's not necessarily cheating because we have an open relationship, but it's like, but at the same time, it's like, let me know what's going on. Like,
I tell people it's cheating when you don't know. That's what it comes down to. Because even in an open relationship or
yeah,
open marriage, if it's open, everybody should. It shouldn't even
exactly.
be a question because there's no reason to hide it. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna lose anything to a certain extent. When you cheat, you hide it because you're afraid it's gonna hurt the relationship. You're gonna lose the woman, or the woman gonna lose the man. In this
Yep.
situation, it ain't that they got a problem with you fucking somebody else. Now, the next level is making a relationship with someone else. That's when, or if the, because I always feel there got to be a queen in the situation.
True.
You feel me? Period. That means that it's like a circle. It's you got a small circle, then the circles outside of it. So the key is if that center circle is not strong, there's no need to bring anything else around it because it's gonna fall apart
Yep.
because of jealousy, because of distrust. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying, and on both ends, women, when their trust is broken, it takes forever to get it back. Men, we just go, we out. We out. And so
Yeah.
it's, what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when, and plus on top of that, you also, like I said, you do adult film or what have you. So it's kind of like dealing with the professional level plus the power level. How you
Yeah.
balance that? You feel
I
what I'm
got a lot of
saying?
baggage going on. It's really hard for me to date outside of what I got going on. It's very hard. Everybody look at me like, hold up, bitch, you do porn? And you already got a nigga and you want more? Like, nah, you good over there where you at. We can't.
But see, but that's why I say it has to be somebody. Like I tell anyone, if you're a swinger, you deal with swingers.
Right.
Because one, they understand. Two, they they understand because they're in the lifestyle. Period. It's kind of like for example, okay, I understand that I am just the appetizer. I am not the main course. Don't get comfortable. Because me in my mind, back in the day, that's how I thought I was. Because I had a girl one time. She had a boyfriend, and she was like, I feel bad this, that, and third because I got a boyfriend, and I'm screwing you, and I don't want to do you wrong. I'm like, Mama, use me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. What the fuck? He ain't even here. And why do I give a shit? I'm
Right. You worried about
appetizer.
yourself.
Worry about your man, goddamn it. But but like I said, I just think there are a lot of times that that's the biggest thing because this is one thing I wonder: are there any policies that last a long, long time?
I mean, there are because I feel like there is no real rules to any relationship. Like I feel like
Mm-mm.
anybody, any couple or throuple or poly that decides to get together, I feel like you make your own rules as it go.
Mm-hmm.
Just like there's no real book on how to raise your kid. Like you a lot of times when you got your first kid, you just figure it out as you go
Yeah.
along, and with that, you got a little bit of help on the side. And with that being said, it's like you make it your own. You make your own rules, you make your own regulations, you make your own compromise. You do what you see fit for your relationship. And
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're following the rules that the both of you have agreed to, I don't see anything that could come out of it being wrong. I've known some successful poly relationships. Like I said, I'm
Mm-hmm.
almost 10 years in one.
Shit, Will
Um
Smith and Jada, pick
yeah,
it.
they just came out actually and
Which I
and
don't know why
completely
they came.
revealed.
I like. Well, I don't know what he was going. The reaction he thought he was going to get. Everybody was like, "We already knew
Nigga,
of
we
a
already do that.
We knew before August Augustine. You know what I'm saying? We knew.
Exactly.
We heard about the swinger parties back in the day, nigga. Stop playing.
Hmm.
You ain't stupid.
We already knew what was going on. But it's a lot of bozos out here. It's a lot of
Yeah.
squares out here that really don't know this side of the lifestyle. Like, and it's
The lifestyle
crazy,
old as shit,
but
people.
it's
It's
crazy
old as
that
shit.
it's a lot of people that don't know anything about it. Like it's a lot of people that just live the regular societal lifestyle and they do regular shit every day,
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5 every day, kids home
Mm-hmm.
every day, to the point where they don't even know that it's a whole nother lifestyle out there that you can
Mm-hmm.
participate in. And every time I introduce a new person into it, their
Mm-hmm.
eyes be big as hell. Like, I didn't
But,
even know this shit really existed. I thought this stuff is the
but this is what
that
I
you only
noticed
see
though.
on TV.
A lot of people, they're being there like they in their first marriage or whatever, feel like they sexually suppressed. Okay, it was funny. I talked to one girl. She liked sucking dick when she was married, but then after she got divorced. She said she loves sucking dick. I said, well, damn.
She just didn't like sucking that dick.
I was like, her husband must feel like shit.
Yeah, his dick was trash.
Like, damn, she done
Or
went
he
full
didn't
porn
set her
star.
emotionally there to make her want to please him. Because
Yeah,
that can always be a situation where I realize a lot of women get into relationships with men because of the other factors. Like they don't
yeah.
that man don't necessarily please them,
Hmm.
but because like he likes her more than she likes him. You
Yeah.
understand? Like a lot more. And she's willing
Hmm.
to put up with that because of the simple fact that she's actually cool with having a man, really
He's
be.
dependable.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
dependable.
Pretty much. And she ain't really feeling him, but she feeling him enough to allow him to get to wherever. And as soon as they break up, she be buck wild with the next guy. Like, and I kind of feel like I've that's kind of how I was to a certain extent. Like it really depend on the guy that I was dating, would depend on how catering or how much I really enjoyed him and being in a relationship. Because there's some
Uh-huh.
niggas that ain't never had me cook for them ever. And then
Mm.
I had a nigga that had me cooking every day. So it's like it really depends on what the guy is making the girl feel to make her want to do those things for him. If you ain't making that click, you getting TV dinners every night, Sarah. I'm sorry.
He getting 100 mans. What 100 man we having tonight, baby? Oh yeah. See, that's why guys, you gotta eat the pussy. Gotta eat the pussy, fellas. Gotta eat the pussy.
You just gotta be
And
a good
ass.
catering. It's not even necessarily about eating a pussy. It's more so
No,
about
I'm just
knowing your
joking. You know I'm
ladies' love
yeah.
languages and catering to them as she like to see fit. Because a lot of people love you the way that they think that you want to be loved, not the way that you actually want to be loved, and the shit is a
Yeah.
complete disconnect.
But see, but that's about communication though. Because a lot of times people are scared to have those hard conversations because they're afraid the argument that will ensue. Because it
No.
probably not gonna be an argument.
Yeah, but but the thing about it is, and that's crazy because I try to get those hard conversations out in the beginning, so I even know if I even want to fuck with you or not. Because it's like
Yeah.
you get so into the relationship and not really actually getting to know that person, and then till y'all actually hit that one hard wall,
Mhm.
and that be it. All that feelings and shit go out the window because we disagreed on this one situation and we couldn't see eye to eye, and it's completely a deal breaker to me. Like a lot of people
Mhm.
don't discuss their deal breakers up front
Yeah.
to just cut off the bullshit. You want to keep having sex and y'all sweating y'all asses off and y'all going out drinking every night and partying, y'all enjoying each other's company, but y'all don't know shit about each other. Nothing.
Hmm.
But fucking and drinking. You know what his favorite liquor is. He know what yours is.
Yeah.
And that's about
Because
it.
because at some point it has to become a deeper connection than the sex. Because the sex after a time somewhat dissipates. Not necessarily go away, but it's less of it as y'all grow older. Kids, jobs, you know, trust me, I ain't fucking like rabbits in year 10. If y'all is, God bless you. I wish I was you. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of men that's saying that right now at year 10. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that's why I said the key to any relationship is how you adjust to your mate's changes. Period. Because, like, for example, when they talk about the high value man shit, which is funny, that's always a conversation. High value man because he got money, he got a good job. But guess what? Sometimes shit happens, that job is gone, that money gone.
Yeah.
So then, if it's like I say, it has to be on a deeper level.
I
Period.
mean, even with that being said, he could be making a lot of money, but his personality sucked. He could be treating
Like a
everybody in his life
motherfucker.
like shit. He could be beating on his woman. Like you never know what that person is doing, and all
Hmm.
you doing is worried about the dollar signs.
Yeah. Sometimes you meant to be with a regular ass dude that has a regular 9 to 5.
You better go date that Batista at fucking Starbucks because he like you, girl. Okay.
Yeah, because some of them celebrities, they would be happy if they just date a regular ass dude,
Mm-hmm.
regular ass working 9 to 5 at Walmart, dude.
Not at Walmart.
Yes, at Walmart, goddamn. Kmart out this motherfucker. They ain't even Kmart anymore, so he working Kmart.
Look, I've tried that out before, and I'm just gonna say that I can say those guys are not for me. I've tried it out. I tried to show them a better life. They want to work
Mm-hmm.
at Walmart for the rest of their life. They don't want to own one, so I can't date with people that have small minds.
Oh shit, nah. I
I want to deal with a
I
person that want to elevate and grow.
I always thought big. Shit, yeah, I'm the most incomplacent person on the planet because I got to always have multiple hustles going. I can't have one.
Absolutely.
Never was a 9 to 5 kind of dude. I might have a 9 to 5, but I got something else behind it.
Right.
So it's because like me, it's I guess it's just the hustle spirit that just was in my family. For my
Yep.
dad and my granddaddy, grandmama was a bootlegger, and granddaddy was a bootlegger, which is funny. And it's it's just in you. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Shoot, my daddy was a bootlegger too, so I know exactly where you're coming from. My dad was selling movies. My dad sold movies and CDs when they was fucking cassettes. When you had a VCR,
hmm
my dad was bootlegging them first, and then when they put the DVD, he was bootlegging them, bootlegging the CDs. He was a my dad was a
Yeah.
hustler motherfucker. I always told my dad that uh you could sell somebody a pair of drawers that was already on somebody else's ass.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Crazy, like
But see,
sell it
but
right
that's the
off
game.
his ass.
But see, that's our game. Is
Mm-hmm.
is is a hustle. Period. It's just you don't make the most money till you turn that hustle to a business. Period. And I think that that's the one thing that's going on now is that people was looking at porn as a hustle. Now they start to look at it as a business.
Yep.
And period. That's why I say I'm doing this podcast to help these fuckers damn do it right. Cause some of you only fans, I'm sorry, y'all motherfuckers still ain't doing it right. Y'all still fuck up the business.
Yeah, it's a
Shipping.
lot of people that's still not doing it right, but at the end of the time, those people will be weeded out eventually. Because I
Oh yeah.
mean, at the end of the day, OnlyFans is around right now at the moment, but eventually that's going to be died out, and we're going to see the people that really got the hustle to really
Mhm.
continue to get out here and get this money, rather than the people that was just on the bandwagon because it was the next best thing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Now, I know you right.
I have an X videos account, but technically I don't even use it. And I
hmm
say that and everybody is very disappointed in me because of the simple fact that I don't use it. But my
hmm
problem is the fact that the videos that I put on there, they have to at least be 2 minutes long in order for me
Uh,
to make money off of them. And a two
uh,
minute video is very pricey for me. Like usually I get paid a
hmm
nice pretty penny off of a 2 minute video, especially like a custom video. Like I can make $50 to $75 off a 2 minute custom video. And you telling me you want me to post a 2 minute video on this for free to make a couple pennies? I don't really know. Like, um,
yeah, you haven't been on X videos lately.
oh, I have. I'm missing out on something.
Okay, see, I'm about to give everyone a heads up. I already did a show. That I recorded that I ain't dropped it yet. Um, the name of the show was called, and for the people that's hearing this now, this is going to be in the description because it's not.
Yes,
I'm not giving it to you for
learn me
free.
something.
This is going
Learn
to
me
be
something.
it's going to be in the description. You got to pay for this. Uh, X videos is changing. These sites are now changing.
Mm-hmm.
OnlyFans done scared them into change to now there's no more tube sites. There is no more free, exact free shit anymore. The reason why I say this, X videos for this very reason why I asked you this, now offers not only the premium, they offer membership as well as we just sell it as a clip now, as well as the
Okay.
video. So, which is funny because I trust me, I'd use X videos, but I'm telling you, fuck the free shit, the premium. Fuck the free shit, the premium. I'm telling you.
Okay,
I'm
all
telling
right,
you.
all
I'm
right.
telling you. Because I
Well,
tell everybody,
I'm going to work on that tomorrow as soon as I crack my
and then,
eyes.
and then on top of that, with clips for sale, they're making changes. Period. So, and it's kind of like, even to the point that some of the hashtags, some of the
Yeah, but
stuff.
I heard some bad things about clips for sale. So I know a lot of people said they do I want clips in mini vids instead. Something
Mhm.
about a legal case with I want clips about some child pornography stuff.
Okay. Let me break that down to you. Um, what ended up happening was it was an article that was written. To
Mm,
me, I felt it was an attack on porn and
mm,
preferred the two sites in general. And what the article was talking about was a Czechoslovakian woman was raped and numerous times, and they filmed it and they put it on the tube site. It was not on Want Clips. I Want Clips. It was actually on the actual tube site. It was just the reporter that reported it decided he wanted to name Clips for Sale. He wanted to name Onlyfans. He wanted to name Pornhub. He wanted to name all these places, including the spot, but he didn't want to just name that one spot where they actually found the video.
mm.
Period. Which what's going on now with these sites is not that MasterCard is pushing them to change shit, is that they're changing shit because they want to become more solo content creator based. Because they looking at it as think about all the hashtags they're taking away. Majority of them is boy girl shit.
Yeah,
Take away outside of scat and golden shower, all that
yeah.
is boy girl shit. So they're making
They
it,
completely took that away. You can't even post that on OnlyFans or they
yeah,
flag your account.
yeah. So they're making it to where it's also camera friendly. Because clip for sale, it wouldn't surprise me that they eventually add live cam. Because at one point they had live cam back in the day,
Mm,
way back in the day. I tried to use it, but I didn't have a webcam at the time. But yeah, but a lot of these sites they're kind of changing to be more towards live cam, the solo content creator. Period. That's why I tell girls work on getting the standalone site. It's still good to have your shit on this stuff, but have the standalone site because guess what? If your money is scat, they can't fuck with the standalone site because it's your shit.
yeah. And they have websites. Like I remember
Yeah.
Mrs. B Nasty was on I think it might be called scat.com. I'm not 100% sure, but they allow you to post all of that on there
Yeah.
and you get paid for it on some third party website. I don't
And
remember
that's money.
exactly.
They should be making money.
Yeah. I
Let's
just
tell
feel
me
like, to be honest, for me personally, I feel like me using the bathroom is my private time. Like, I'm
my
really
time to
not
think.
comfortable with recording myself doing that. Like,
You have to position yourself to where they can see the shit
it's
come out
weird.
and
I'm okay. I
right,
think
I
I
get
only
it.
did a P video once and I hated it. And it's at this point where when anyone ever asks me for a video like that, I got that video saved to the point where I send that video to everybody because I'm not gonna keep recording myself pissing. It's just not gonna be a thing. It's just I'm not
Oh,
comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with my feet being on my toilet seat when I'm peeing. Like, or
what
it's a
the
lot.
what huh? What I swear, some of the custom videos, the shit that they ask your ass to do is amazing. I had one dude hit me up. He wanted me to do like a threesome. I'm like, dude, I don't even have a second girl to even do that, and I'm retired. So,
Look, he was willing to pay for it, so I guess you should find that other girl.
uh, I wish it did shit. I wish I this motherfucker, but hey, shit. It's harder to get somebody to come through North Carolina, let alone to come to North Carolina. So Cause I mean they bypass this motherfucker like
Yeah, I ride through. I don't really stop past.
it just be funny cause I be like, you live in North Carolina? Like, oh. Now let me say I live in New York or DMV. Oh yeah, I come there all the time. Yeah, I live in North Carolina. Oh.
Don't
How close
nobody go to
you
North
Charlotte?
Carolina for anything. That's not really the state where you going. That's the state where you go to visit family, stuff like that. That ain't no state that you gonna go to like hang out.
And see, that's why I said with North Carolina, we suck on the porn. Because Sara Lace is down here, right? We
Hmm.
actually have AV certified girls down here. Miss London is from Raleigh. She lives in Raleigh.
Yeah, they live there, but they travel.
But them motherfuckers would not work within the state for shit. They won't do content. Trade within the state for shit. Hell no. Ain't
Mm-mm.
no content party, no content house. No, not North Carolina, no. And actually, it would
Yeah,
be perfect to do it here because so many places you probably can film and never get caught.
yeah, you right about that. That definitely makes sense. But I got family in North Carolina by Rocky Mount, so I
Mm,
go there every once in a while. Say hello.
my cameraman is from up there. I used to go up there to go film, or he came down here to film.
Mm.
God, I was spoiled. I had a cameraman. That was a beautiful thing.
See, my
I was,
man is my cameraman. I don't trust nobody else really. Like, actually I just talked to my girl Vicky Chase today.
mm-hmm,
A few months ago I was in New York and she hit me up and we hung out and she was cool as fuck. And we went back to her spot and we just shot like a whole scene for real. It was real cool. And she just
mm-hmm,
sent me back the scene today. So I believe she said it's 55 minutes long.
mm-hmm.
It's me, her, and another guy. It's like a whole threesome. So that's about to go
55 minutes
crazy
long.
because technically that is Quincy's first interracial scene. I've never did anything with a white guy or a Spanish girl before
Ooh,
until Sara Lace.
mm. Well, shoot. So so
Vicky
when so
looking.
when when your the next glory hole party?
To be honest, the next glory hole party is tomorrow. It's a casino theme, and I have nothing to wear, so I'm probably gonna go to the mall tomorrow and like try to buy something, something of some sort to wear for the party tomorrow. But it's tomorrow actually.
Almost definitely. Oh yes. Oh yes. So you know we're gonna have to bring you back on here for the Patreon so we can talk about them shoots where we can get real candid and dirty. So
Oh yes, absolutely. It's always an honor to be here and talk to you and smoke my nice little weed.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And see I'm gonna have to hook up with you and do a photo shoot. Even though today photo shoot. Now I'm gonna tell you what's funny to give you an update on that. I actually went through the pictures. I don't feel so bad anymore. I cleaned up something. I was like, okay, I got better shots than I thought. It's just no, because you okay, you know you've been through this.
Right.
You're doing a photo shoot, right?
Mm.
And you know the shot is hot, but it blurry. And you like, man, god dang it. And see what I
Mm-hmm.
hate, I couldn't go back. Because normally, like what I used to do is when we do, let's say me and you was working together, we do the photo shoot, and before we do the scene, I go look at the pictures. So if something is blurry or suppose that I miss, I'll be like, oh, before we shoot, yo, let's shoot this real quick. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do that in that situation. So, and to me, and I said this before, I didn't care less what you think about me personally. I care more about what someone think about me professionally because that fucks with my money.
True.
Because a person can hate your guts and still work with you.
Yeah.
Best believe. So it was like when I went through it, I was like, yeah. So I definitely one day want to hook up with you. We do a video pod, of course, once I get that straight, and the photo shoot. Because I'm sorry, you take some smoking pics, ma'am. You really do. You take some serious fucking pics for real.
Well, speaking of pictures, well, first of all, I'm definitely down to do that with you whenever
Mm.
I'm around. Like, you need to come to the convention. They got one coming in DC, this on December 3rd through the
I,
5th. Like,
I'm
come pop
thinking on
out.
it. I'm thinking on it. I'm thinking on it. I got to see my money right before I can do that. If not, I am planning to do some convention shit next year though, because
Okay, bet. And with that being
probably
said, my
forced me to do it.
pictures, I took a lot of photos over the last couple of weeks, and I didn't really like how any of them turned out because I've gained a few pounds, and I don't really like the way I look in the pictures. So I am right now in the process. I am on a diet,
No,
and I am exercising, and I'm going to lose 10 pounds so I can look good for these photos because this ain't going to work out.
and I know that DMV. I hope they do it next year too, because I know that one is probably going to be the most lit of the year. I just got a feeling,
I hope
just
so.
because everybody comes to the DMV anyway, and two, it's the newest spot. Who can't get
Mm-hmm.
there? Who can't get there? Even
Right.
if
Like, I'm
who
really,
can't get
really
there?
hoping for the DMV to really come out and show support for this Exxxotica. With that being
It's going.
said, the only reason why I was a little worried is because
Uh,
of the one in New Jersey.
mm-hmm,
Because they're having one in New Jersey,
mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not sure how the DMV going to turn out because I know a lot of
Oh,
people said that Jersey is the hottest
oh no,
one.
okay. I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all chocolate. DMV is Chocolate City. DC is Chocolate City. So it's gonna be a lot of chocolate in the building. I already know.
Well, I'm definitely going to be there. I'm going to have a booth. We are going to be representing the Glory Hole Girls. So I'm going to have all of my Glory Hole Girls at a booth in the DMV together. We all going to be there having a party. We're going to make it seem like it's a Glory Hole party. I think
I'm surprised y'all,
we going to do it up. We're going
I'm
to have a
surprised y'all
good
ain't having a
time.
glory hole party that weekend period.
We are going to have a Glory Hole party that weekend as well.
Ooh.
So we to most likely what we're going to do, we are going to we are going to partner with one of the biggest uh swinger clubs here in this area,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to allow us to throw a party there. They have a glory hole wall, and we're going to advertise after party for Exxxotica there for Saturday night, that Saturday. So that's going to be
That's
fucking exclusive. I'm telling
oh
you, that's going to be something to come to. Everybody that wanted to go to the glory hole, want to know where the glory hole is, now we're finally letting everybody know.
there you go.
But you got to come
No.
to Exxxotica.
Duh. So with that being said, tell everybody where they can find you on the net so they can buy your stuff.
You can find me on all my links / Quincy Roee, and that's ROEE. That's two E's. You have all my links right there. So whatever you want to find me, that's where I'm at.
Say no more. So you know how we do it, people. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke that over. Thanks for coming to the lounge, baby.
Thank you for having me. Bye.